Hey Thinksters, what's up? It's Chris, founder of Thinksters.com, and in today's video I'm going to discuss how the Python regex split function works. So I'm always super surprised how regular expressions actually managed to survive during the last 7 decades of technological disruption. So we had a lot of new things like computing, the power of computing actually increased by a factor of 1,000, 10,000 or so, I don't even know. We have new technologies like smartphones, we have computers everywhere, everything changes, all the algorithm changes, but regular expressions remained more or less stable. So if you really master regular expressions, you will have learned a technology that will be relevant in all likelihood in another 7 decades of technological disruption. So you will build yourself a skill for life. And is this skill important? You bet it is. So it is really important. Regular expressions, like if you work at Google or other companies, Amazon, Facebook, these companies are at their core text processing companies. They shift toward video, but even for video processing, they often use automatic caption generating algorithms to create the textual data, so to process the video, create the textual data, and then they have some text processing on top of this. And if you do text processing, you need regular expressions. So regular expressions are everywhere. Okay, so a long introduction for a small topic, the split function in regular expressions. It works as follows. So let's quickly get rid of my face. We have the split function from the regular expression package re. So we first import the regular expression package re, then we call re.split. We pass the first value, which is a pattern, to be matched. It can be a simple character like A. It can be a more complicated regular expression pattern, and we have a string to split. And say we have this string bb a bbb ab, and we want to split it along the character A. Then we use A as the input, as a pattern to be matched, and the string to be split, and we obtain a list of split values. Okay, so and here the list is bb, bbb, and b. So we have 3 elements that are splitted along these patterns or pattern matches A and A here in the original string, and everything in between is used as an element in the final string split result. Okay, so let's have a practical example in our code share. So first of all, we import the regular expression package re. Actually, there's a newer version. It's called regex, but nobody actually uses the regex package. All people I know still use the re package, and I guess that it may happen that people, like in the newer version of the regex package, people will just go back to the old name re because it's just a habit from people. It's like the habit of having the QWERTY layout on your computer. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is still a habit, and it will exist for a very long time probably. So the re, and now I have an example. So say we have a string learn Python with, and we have a tabular character, we have some white space, and we have Thinkster, which is my computer science education company. So this is our string, contains a few white spaces, and now say we want to split on any white space. So so we print. Actually, let's have a split list, and we call re.split. Now we need to pass the pattern into it. So we want to split along any white space, and also the tabular character. This one is also a white space character, okay? And of course, we also want to split on the single white space. So we basically want to remove all white spaces between words and simply have a list of words. And we obtain this by using a regular expression pattern. Now I use this pattern. How does it work? It works as follows. So we have an \s, which is a control command to find any white space character. It can be an empty string, it can be empty space, it can be a new line character, it can be a tabular character, or any other white space characters there is. And we have the plus quantifier after it. So we want to find all patterns in the text that consist of at least one white space character. So we have one or more, this is the meaning of the quantifier, one or more white space characters. And now we want to define the text on which to apply this pattern and on which we want to split. And we pass our text, our original string, and if you print the result, our split list, we obtain the following output: learn Python with Thingster without any white space and without anything. Okay, so this way you can split along arbitrary complicated regular expressions. You can even do like more complicated things. You can for example split along all white spaces using a character class now, or say also along all x's. Okay, so now for example here, say we have an x here, and also we want to like use the exclamation mark, so we want to get rid of this one. Something like this. Okay, so now we have another text. We want to split along white spaces, x characters, and also exclamation marks. So let's see if this works. Yeah, okay, it works actually. It also splitted the word Thingster in between, because Thingster also contains the character X. And we don't have any exclamation mark here, so this is not part of our final string list. Okay, so this is how the basic string.split function works, okay? And it's a minimum example. It actually shows most of the features already. But then we also have some more features. So for example, we have another argument. This is called a max split argument, which we can also pass into the split function. And so let's do this. Maybe define a string. Maybe I just define it. So, okay. So we have a string. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. it's one of the so Warren Buffett is always using this as an example for good investment advice. So I just watched a video with Warren Buffett, so I came up with this example. And we have some minuses between the words. And now we of course want to split along the minuses. So we can use print read.split. We pass the pattern, which is simple minus in this case, and the string which we pass into the function. And let's execute this. We see that we have like splitted the whole sentence across, so using the minuses as the separators. But what if we want to split only, we want to split only a certain number of times, say 5 times. And all the remaining stuff should be put into the last string element in our list. Then we can define the max split equals to 5 argument. And if you run it now, you see that. So we have, like, initially it looks very similar to the previous example, but now as we reach the 5th element of our list, it just throws everything into this without doing any further split operations. This is often useful if you have, for example, a constant sized list or a constant sized array and you want to only store n elements in your area. So it can be, there can be many applications for this. And if you use 2, for example, then you only have 2 elements. And you split only 2 times basically, and if you use max split 1, then you split only 1, so you have 2 elements in the final list here. And so this is how the max split argument works. There's also another argument, which is the optional flex argument. The flex argument per default is like 0, and you may ask, what is the purpose of the flex argument? The flex argument allows you to control the regular expression engine, and because regular expressions are so powerful, they are useful ways of switching on and off certain features. For example, whether to ignore capitalization in your text or not when matching your regex. Okay, so you can have, for example, re.ignore case. So this would be one flag, and you can find all the flags by just using an editor with some code suggestions, and you press point, and then you get all these capitalized integer values, and these are basically your basic flags. You can also check out a blog article or a video that I created about all the Python flags and how they work. I will give a link in the description below. Otherwise you can, for example, this is the most frequently used ignore case flag. So it ignores the capitalization of the characters. So say you have another example. My name is Slim Shady. Okay, so we have an example. My name is Slim Shady, and we have now, of course, obviously as a separator, we want to have the XXX character string, but sometimes we have an uppercase XXX or capitalized XXX string. Sometimes we don't have. Maybe sometimes we have something in between, so we have a mix of lowercase and uppercase letters X in the substring. So how would we split this one? Basically, our simple regular expression can now be XXX. And we can use the ignore case flag to ignore the capitalization of the original substrings which we want to match in our string S. So for example, in this case we have like we use the flags ignore case, and this now should do the job for us. Okay, it does the job, but I need to refresh the shell. Okay, you see my name is Slim Shady, so it simply ignores whether we have an uppercase or lowercase x in the pattern. So if you wouldn't use the ignore case flags here, in this example, you see that those two instances where we have uppercase characters x would not be split because these don't match the pattern. And so the flags argument basically is useful for many functions, not only this split function, to define whether to consider or ignore the capitalization of a given pattern. You could also, of course, overcome this by like creating very complicated patterns with an or regex. For example, you can have something like character class. We have a small x and a big X, and we have 3 matches. We require 3 matches. So this one should also probably do the job. So this would either in each match, in each sub match, it would take one of the characters, either the lowercase or the uppercase character, and then it would match 3 instances of this preceding regex. So this quantifier here means match 3 of the preceding regex pattern, and the preceding regex pattern is just this character class. So this should also work, but of course it's using the re.flags argument is more readable, and it's also for more complicated instances, it's also, I think, the better choice. Okay, so that's it about the flags argument and the regex split function. You may ask, okay, what is the difference between re.split and string.split? So you may know the string.split function, and the answer is simple. The string.split function, it doesn't allow you to split on a certain regular expressions. It only allows you to split on a certain delimiter. Okay, so something like this would be impossible for the string.split function. So the regex split function is much more powerful. If you have mastered this, you would never be able to. So you probably never need the string split function again, because you can do everything the string.split function also can, but you can do more. So you can use also regular expression patterns to find the delimiters on which to split the string. Okay, thanks for listening to this video. If you want to learn more, then join my email academy. I give also links in the description below. Also check out my new book, Leaving the Rat Race with Python. And if you are interested in mastering your regular expression power, then check out my book, The Smartest Way to Learn Python Regex. So we created this book maybe half a year ago, and our idea was to, there's another book called A Smarter Way to Learn Python. Only Python, not Python regular expression. So we thought, okay, the superlative, it like lends itself. So we have created a book, The Smartest Way to Learn Python regular expression. So only focused on regular expression, and it will really boost your skills in regular expression world. I have a lot of videos where I also explain the topics and link to these videos in the book. So the book has a unique structure of small chapters with a puzzle at the end of the chapter to really, so that you can learn the skills and repeat the skills again and again. So after each chapter, you repeat the skills in the puzzle that you have learned in this chapter, and then I also have a video that explains the whole content in the chapter, and I give a link to this video. So it's like an interactive book. Check out the book. I also give a link in the description below. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.